What do you do when you find a blurry patch in the middle of the Pacific Ocean on Google Maps? If you're a curious digital cartographer named Ethan, you think it's just a glitch. But after overlaying old naval maps, satellite images, and ancient explorers' journals, you realize something terrifying. There's supposed to be an island there. Not just any island, but a place whispered about by sailors for centuries, known only as Isla Noctis, or the Island of Shadows. But why is it gone now? Why is there no official record? And why just hours after you post your findings online, do you start receiving cryptic messages, anonymous threats, and feel like you're being watched? Welcome to my channel. Driven by obsession, Ethan embarks on a dangerous journey to locate the island both physically and metaphorically. He teams up with an eccentric but brilliant hacker named Riley, who specializes in finding things that are lost or never recorded. Together they cross paths with a grizzled old sailor, Jedediah, who claims to have once seen the island. Jedediah reveals that Isla Noctis was said to be home to strange lights and strange people who lived in shadows and never came out during the day. As they continue their search, it becomes clear that the island's disappearance is no accident. Someone or something wants to keep its location a secret. But what could be hiding on a remote Pacific island? To find out, we'll have to follow in Ethan's footsteps and use our own map skills. Okay, let's get started. Start at the top left corner and move down. Nothing here. Move on to the right. Still nothing. Maybe it's in the bottom left. Nope. Then the only remaining spot must be here in the bottom right. Exactly, thanks. Now let's go to the tab and click on the plus sign. Finally, we can see what's in this mysterious area. It's a zoomed out map of the Pacific Ocean. Now let's zoom in a bit. Oh, and would you look at that? There's a blurry patch in the middle of the ocean. Next, click on the layer icon to open up the legend. We have 6 different map layers to choose from. Let's start with the physical layer and click on it. Still nothing. Let's try the next one, the bathymetric layer. Now we can see something. There's a large underwater trench here, the Mariana Trench. It's over 11 kilometers deep in some places. Now let's turn off the bathymetric layer and add another one, the Gepco layer. Once again, there's nothing here. So let's go back to the legend and select the next option, the map box labels layer. Finally, we can see land. There's an island here. Well, technically, it's a group of islands. This must be it. The map box labels tell us the name of the island, but the letters are a bit jumbled. Let's zoom in to get a closer look. Now we can read it. The island's name is Truck. But wait a minute. As we all know, Google Maps is not perfect. Sometimes the satellite imagery doesn't match up with the labeled map. So let's take a look at the satellite imagery just to be sure. Click on the satellite icon to switch to satellite view. And would you look at that? There's no island here. Just a big blue expanse of ocean. So where is it? Is it really in the middle of the ocean, or is it somewhere else entirely? To find out, we'll have to go back to the physical map and try a different approach. First, let's turn off the map box labels layer and click on the physical layer instead. Then grab the handle in the upper left corner and drag it to the bottom right to create a new layer. Now let's label this new layer Shadow Islands. Next, we'll need to find some old maps that predate the current satellite imagery. Luckily, Ethan did most of the work for us already. Click on this thumbnail to open up the first image. This is a map of the Pacific Ocean published in 1794. Let's pan and zoom until we reach the same area we were looking at before. And there it is, Isla Noctis, or the Island of Shadows. Now let's go back to the satellite view to see if we can spot it. Pan and zoom until we reach the same area and compare the two images side by side. Isla Noctis is right here. Now let's go back to the Shadow Islands layer. Click on the plus sign to add a new shape and trace the island's outline. There we go. We've successfully traced the island. But wait a minute. Something doesn't seem right. The island shouldn't have a capital letter T here. It should be lowercase t. In fact, this looks suspiciously like the letter T from truck. Could it be that Isla Noctis isn't an island at all, but part of the Truck Archipelago? To find out, let's switch back to the satellite view and zoom in on the area. And there it is, Isla Noctis, or more accurately, the northern tip of the island of Truck. But how can this be? If it's part of the Truck Archipelago, then why is it missing from Google Maps? The answer, it seems, lies in the water. Something dark and ominous is lurking beneath the surface. Something so terrifying that it has been erased from modern maps, and all records of its existence wiped clean from the internet. Because some places are better left undiscovered. Click here to watch the next video in this series, or click here to return to the map.